Well, here we are once again, looking at the new ULS product, and today we're fortunate to have Simon Fisher with us, responsible for the design of these beautiful new things. And we're going to look in a little detail at, I think, Simon, the fitting that you started with, which was the uDISC, and you're going to tell us how that evolved from what was put in your hands to begin with to what we've now got available as a commercial product. Simon, let's hear what you've got to say.
Yes, thank you, John. Yes, today I'm going to just do a little bit of an overview on uDISC. uDISC is one of the suite of products that ULS have produced. And in actual fact, if you were listening to the little webinar we did with the guys at ULS a couple of weeks ago, you will recall that actually this product, when we became involved, when FMARC became involved with ULS, was actually already in existence. But what we did was we really took a look at the product design and we amended it to basically extend the range and maximize the potential of the product. So uDISC, when we first got hold of it, was just a recessed fixture that could go into the ceiling. What we did was we basically amended the design so that there's a two-part construction. And what I'm holding in my hands here is basically the head of the fixture. This uses edge lighting LEDs. There's a radial array of LEDs behind this disc, and they light outwards through the light guide, which is provided by Jungbecke. And a combination of an injection molded light guide that distributes the light evenly across this surface and direct the light forward, and a deglaring prism that sits on the very front face, controls and optimizes that light output for office environments, basically to help you achieve or work towards your UGR 19 requirements for office spaces. But this head is injection molded, is pressure die cast aluminium, and is available in a couple of options. The one I'm holding in my hand here is a direct only version, so all of the light comes from the front, and then actually we machine slots in the casting around the back to allow a small percentage of uplight. That's our kind of second fixed item, and then onto that we can fit a number of components. So what I'm holding here is effectively the surface mounting cam. These will plug and socket together and then bayonet fix to allow this to surface mount. I'm just going to put this down for a second, but there is also, utilizing the same componentry, we can then create a suspended solution which will suspend from the ceiling up to 1 meter. And lastly, we have little clips here that can be fitted by the contractor onto the rear of the casting. That will allow the, if I put it the right way around, that will allow the fitting to be recessed into ceilings. Now, the thing that's quite cute about this component is you can slide it inwards and outwards, so that if you're retrofitting this solution, then you can actually adjust the side arms to then fit into an existing cutout that you already have. Of course, if you're creating a new cutout, you can just preset that to whatever dimension you want. And the fixture, we can run through the configurator in a little while that's on the ULS website, but the fixture is available regular on-off. DALI, you can see here that we have Kasambi embedded inside this product, so we've got wireless capability as well. So that, in a nutshell, is uDISC. Right.
Simon, you started there with something that kind of knocked me sideways a little bit, because I hadn't appreciated that it started life as a downlight. Because when I first saw the images, and of course the image that the main marketing image is showing the pendant version, The last thing in the world that I had imagined that fitting started life as a downlight.
Yes.
Now my head's going, yeah, and why weren't you thinking about that? Because it's absolutely obvious.
Yeah, absolutely.
But a whole new way potentially of seeing an alternative to our friendly fully recessed torches. I guess so. Has that changed the way that ULS sees the uDISC? Are they still seeing it as this is a downlight, but we can do these other things with it? Or has your work turned that upside down? And so you're now going, it's a practical fitting, but it's also a very decorative fitting within the space with this very practical facility.
Yeah. Okay. So the thing that was quite interesting when you're absolutely right, John. When we first looked at this product and we saw it in its kind of original guise, then the ceiling line was here. We always had a visibility of this 12mm thickness, and we saw that whilst it had its application as a recessed fixture or a semi-recessed fixture or a surface mounted fixture, that there was a really great potential to kind of showcase the slenderness of the product by utilizing it in a pendant application. And then actually when we put this in context to the other products that we created for ULS, then we very much wanted to feed off the principle that LED was at the center of everything that we do, and capturing that, utilizing the edge lighting principle to keep everything as architecturally slender and as unobtrusive as possible. Yeah.
So if looking at the photometrics of it, it's got a decent lumen package inside it at its 200mm diameter. So immediately you can see its practical use suspended over a desk, localized lighting, whatever that be. I'm noting lots of conversations going on about the future office and what the future office might look like. But there is all, as soon as, this one because you know people like me, as soon as we look at something that's 200mm diameter and we can suspend it, we will automatically say, can I have a bigger one? So yes. I mean, I'm also conscious that you put a bullseye of LEDs in it and the output of that is pretty much fixed. Obviously you can do bits with it. But if I wanted something twice the size of that, is such a thing possible? Or have you got something up your sleeve that will give us that in sometime in the near future?
Okay, good question, John.
As usual. I know.
You always want what we haven't got, right? No, so fundamentally the answer to your question is yes, we could create a bigger solution. I mean, this product now is 1500 lumens. The joy of the fixture construction that is at the moment being die-cast aluminium is that this is just one great big heat sink. So we can extract heat very efficiently from the fixture, but at the moment it's rated at 1500 lumens. If we wanted to get to bigger diameters, we certainly can work towards that. At the moment, this is the only fixture size, but as ULS expands and as ULS grows, we'll look at developing their roadmap to maybe get a big brother version of this that will get us a greater lumen performance and maybe allow us to attack kind of double height spaces or greater ceiling heights with effective room illumination as well.
Okay. Knowing the conversations that me and you have had about circular economy, I guess the design principle behind the uDISC and the whole of the ULS range will be that these fixtures will be able to be revisited in the future when tech has gone a little bit further and is offering us something different without having to change an entire fixture.
Yes. So the fixture construction itself, we've tried as best as we can to utilize common components across different product variations. And as we move towards, whatever we want to call it, end of first usable life, or we begin to look at reuse or refurbishment, then all the components are have been developed and assembled in such a way that we can reuse, refurbish, and adjust the fixture to meet the needs of a second, third, fourth life in line with the circular economy.
Okay. You mentioned the configurator a few minutes ago. Shall we spend a few minutes just going through how that configurator works?
Yes, for sure. I'm happy to do that for you. Let me just walk you through the configuration tool on the ULS website. So here we go. We're in configurator. Let's click on uDISC here and we'll press start. And then what we can do, this is a really simple walk through feature selection, basically to get to the fixture that you desire to have. So here we can see the size is pre-selected because there is only one size at the moment. We can select between silver, white or black color. Other colors will be available, but you just have to contact ULS if you have a particular color reference. So let's click to black, and actually the image will then select, it will just sort of recolor itself to black. So we can then click to next. We have the option then to move to the semi-recessed version with the sidearm clips, to the surface mounted solution with the surface box. Let's keep it on suspended with a 1 meter suspension. We have the choice then to select direct only or direct indirect option. Let's do direct indirect. And then we select our color temperature. You'll note that we can get to tunable white solutions. Forgive me, there's actually says 2000 lumen here, it's 1500. We need to just adjust that. But as standard, 90 CRI is available. There is also a 97 CRI solution. Our control options are here, so we'll look at wireless remote. And then what we can see here is a summary of our summary of what we've selected, along with the specific part number that's required to put onto your specification documentation, or your the lighting designers can add to their specifications. There will be a button here that just allows us to effectively print data sheet, and that's just will shortly be available on the website. But that's a quick run through of how you can configure all your ULS products.
Well, congratulations to you, to ULS on that one. I think that's the most simple configurator I've ever seen, and we've seen many configurators. So that's lovely, the way that actually develops very logically and very sensibly. Thank you very much for that. And we're going to have this conversation again with the other products in the coming days and weeks, I trust, as they become available on your desk. And they're all going to be bigger than that one, so that's going to be interesting to see what we do with something that's I don't know, yes, 4 foot long or whatever. It's going to be very interesting.
Yes, that's going to be the challenge, is when Ireland, which is sort of 1300 by 300. So, but we'll work something out, and I look forward to showcasing that product with you in the not too distant future.
Excellent. Simon, thank you very much for your time today.
You're very welcome.
Speak again soon. Cheers.
Bye-bye.